What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you with another video. This is today's message. Let's get into it. All right. Narcissists want total and full control over your life because they know that would make you miserable and unhappy. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk about it. Narcissists, if you come in contact with somebody who wants total control over your life and full control over your life, they're probably a narc, okay? Only somebody who would want, like, no normal people don't want full control over other people's lives. Normal people don't want to control people. Only somebody who is that would want full control over another person had that and that has those traits, it would be a narcissist. All right. It's not normal for people to want to have control over other people. What's normal is letting people live their life and letting people live as they want to live. All right. When people want to control what you do, when people want to control how you do it, when people don't want to let you do things the way you do it, they're trying to force you to do it their way. That's somebody that is trying to control your life. All right. Can't let people do that to you. You can't let people control your life. You have to speak up and say you've got it. You got to speak up and say, back up a little bit, fall back a little bit. I got this. I can do this. I got this. I got control of it. I got it. And when you do that, it will lessen the amount of time that people can feel that they can have control over you. All right. People only will do what you allow. So if people are trying to control you, what you have to do is just not allow it. All right. And when you don't allow it, they'll change. They'll act accordingly. But when you don't, and there's nothing that you do about it, people will try to control your life because they want you to be miserable. If you're around people, like say you're at work or whatever, say you're out, say whatever, if somebody is miserable, no matter where it is, no matter who it is, if they're miserable and you're not, they will try to have some type of control over you because they want to make you miserable along with them. Because as the saying goes, what is it? Misery loves company. So people want to have that control over you because most likely it's something controlling them. All right, they want to pass it on down the line. Most likely it's something that maybe they don't have control over, and it's making them feel some type of way. Maybe you have control over it and they don't, and they want to control you because they know that's a way that will lower your spirit and make you feel some type of way. But just don't allow it. Don't allow people to have control over you. All right. And when you speak up for yourself, when you stand up for yourself, when people are trying to control you, that will dead it. That will stop it. You have to say something. All right. You have to say something. Even if it's somebody in a higher up position. All right. Don't allow people to do things that don't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, question it. If it doesn't feel right, it's not. Say something. Okay. These people are trying you because they see that they might be able to get something over on you, and don't allow it. All right. If people have an idea of you in their mind, then that's too bad. All right. You have to change that idea. And you change that idea by not letting people control you, because you got to think about it. You're not being mean. You're not being rude. You just want to be happy. And when people do certain things, when people try to rule over you, and they're not in a position to, or they have no authority, or they shouldn't just be doing it, it doesn't make you feel good. And what you should do is, since it doesn't make you feel good, you got to be like, wait a minute, this doesn't make me feel good. I don't like this. And then that will make you do something about it. Okay. You won't be worried about the fear. You won't be worried about if somebody's not going to like you afterward. You won't be worried about hurting somebody's feelings. All right. You won't be worried about getting yourself in trouble. All right. Don't worry about none of them stupid things. Okay. You speak up for yourself, and people will know that they shouldn't be trying to rule over you. Okay, people know that they shouldn't be trying to do certain things, but people will do it. They'll try it. People just naturally will try you to see what they can get over on you. All right. And just because you think it's somebody that worked there longer than you, just because you think it's a manager, or just because it's somebody that might have influence, or somebody that you're trying to get in with people, or whatever it is, don't let don't allow people to have control over you. All right, let people know where you stand with them, and let people know that when they try to control you, that you're not going to stand for it. And you tell them, hey, you're not going to control me. um I don't like that. All right, you don't even have to tell them. If you don't want to say you're not going to control me, just be like, yo, I don't like that. Let's do it another way. And you're not asking them, you're not telling them. I mean, you're not asking them, and you're also not like being rude about it. All right, but you're also just, I don't like that. Let's do it another way. All right, that's being forcefully positive. Okay, you're allowed to force yourself in a positive way. All right, people want to force themselves on you in a negative way. You force yourself on them in a positive way. I don't like that. Let's do something else. Let's do it a different way. And if they want to get smart with you, and what idea do you suggest? Or I suggest you go over there, and I suggest I'm gonna go over here. And if they want to do it like that, they want to be smart about it and start to give you an attitude, then that's when you separate yourself from that person. You direct that person. All right, you take charge of the situation. You tell them where to go, and then you know where you're going. So it's real. All we have to do is just deal with situations, okay? All we have to do is deal with the confrontation. Don't get uncomfortable. It may make you feel uncomfortable. Deal with it. All right, it's okay. It's all about growth here. Deal with it. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, ask yourself, why does this make me feel uncomfortable? How come everybody else is handling how come everybody else is handling situations like this without any problem or without any feelings of uncomfortability, and how come I feel uncomfortable? How come I can't handle it like everybody else can? And then once you think about it like that, you'll realize that you can. You really can handle the situation how you're supposed to. Okay. And then nobody will be able to have control over your life, because once you speak up, and you don't got to be mean about it. You don't got to be rude about it. Okay. I know they may have programmed you to react. So now, because you've reacted, you may not know how to handle situations too well. You may just not be trying to rock the boat and not just trying to make the situation go all the way left. I get it. All right, I understand. But what you have to do is you got to think. All right, just think, relax, calm down, breathe or whatever, think, and be like, how can I fix this? And be like, why, how come I feel like this and everybody else doesn't? All right, then you'll start to see that nobody's different than you. Everybody else deals with what you deal with. And then you'll be able to see that you're no different than anybody else. Everybody else is just hopping in a mode. It's just a mode. It's just a mode people hop in. People have different versions of themselves that they hop in from one point to one point. All right, you can't just be all happy all the time, or you can't just be all positive all the time, because sometimes it requires you to hop in a state of mind that's not too positive. Okay, you might have to be a forceful positive person. You want to stay positive, be a forceful positive person. Okay? Be an aggressive positive person. All right? And that way, you can get your point across to people, and people will know where you're coming from. And next time they try to act weird with you, they'll think twice. Okay? And that way, you'll let people know that you do stand up for yourself. You are willing to protect yourself. And that's all people want to see. And it's just a childish way about doing it, but the way they do it is to see if they'll act like they're about to do something worse to see if they can get over on little things. All right, that's how people will try to use their power over you and manipulate you. Let me see if I could go 100 on them and act like I'm gonna do this, but then really I'm just seeing if I could set up a chess move to do little annoying, little petty stuff, and I could get to see if I could get over on. And no, they can't get over on you if you don't let them. And don't, because who are they? They're nobody. They're no different than you. And once you realize that, what makes this person for me to feel like this about them, or what's this person got so different, what's so different about this person to that I should feel some type of way, or what's so different about this person to make me feel like I can't stand up for myself, or why can't I, or how come everybody else can handle this situation like that, and how come I don't see other people going through this, or how come other people don't have the same type of problems that I have, how come other people aren't going through this? Ask yourself these things, and then I'm telling you, you will start to see like, wait a minute, I'm no different than anybody else. All right. Everybody else deals with things. It's just they hide it more. All right. And they deal with it faster. They don't wait. All right. They deal with it as soon as it happens. They don't wait, and they don't play around with it. So that's what you got to do. You don't wait. You don't play around with it. As soon as it happens, you deal with it. All right. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. All right. These people ain't Superman. All right, they're breathing the same air as you. They standing on the same ground as you. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. All right. So you got to move forward. You got to move on. You got to let these things go. All right. And don't let people control you anymore. All right. Nobody can control you anymore. All right. After this video, nobody will be able to control you because you're going to be using your mind. You're going to be able to stand up for yourself. You're going to be able to speak up for yourself. And you don't got to feel bad about it. You're not hurting nobody's feelings. All right. But you got to not care. All right. I know you care about what people think about you. Oh, man, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, or I don't want to screw all that. All right, you're overthinking. All right, you're overthinking. Other people just don't overthink like you do. All right, you're like, what if this and what if that? But what about that? Screw all that. All right, it's plain and simple. You're not letting people control you anymore, and you don't give a crap how they feel about it because you got to think about you. How does it make you feel? Do you like being controlled by people? No. Do you like when people try to take control of you, take advantage of you, and treat you like they're bigger or better than you? No, you don't like that. So don't let people do that. They don't have the right to, and you don't deserve to be treated like that. All right, so that's something that's not going to happen anymore. I know you may not have been trying to go all the way left with it. All right, I know you may not have been trying to get into any confrontation, but guess what? Sometimes confrontation is needed. All right, sometimes you may have to go slightly left. All right, but sometimes you just gotta let people know that what they're doing is inappropriate, and you're not going to let them do it to you. Just let them know that we're not doing this here. You're not. This isn't happening. Okay, not me, not today. All right, and people will know, and they'll fall back, and they'll realize that okay, this ain't gonna work. What I tried to do isn't gonna work. And like I said, they only want to try to see what they can get over on you. So don't let them get over on you. It's just like a playground 2.0. All right, just in the mind instead of people. It was like a lower level before. Now it's just playground 2.0 with these people because they're kids, they're childish, they play games. It's just on the adult level, but they're kids because they're only kids play games. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, smash that subscribe button. All right, watch the ad if you will. All right, help the channel out, please. And from this point forward, we're not letting people mistreat us. We're not letting people walk all over us. We will be standing up for ourselves. We will be speaking up for ourselves. And if people don't like it, then they don't like us, and that's okay too. And we'll just lone wolf it out, and we'll be by ourselves, away from them. And if that's something that has to happen, it has to happen because we got to protect how we view ourselves. We got to protect you got to protect your self-image. All right, you can't have people thinking that people could just treat you however they want. You can't do that. All right, nobody does that, and you shouldn't either. All right, so don't worry about. And see, that's the thing. When you start to think thoughts like, "Oh, I don't want to hurt feelings," or "What are they going to think?" or that, you're overthinking it. All right, as soon as you start to cancel those thoughts out, those thoughts don't matter. All right, those thoughts don't matter. You may have been in a pattern of thinking like that for a few years, but those thoughts don't matter. You got to eliminate those thoughts because analysis is paralysis, and you have to act. You have to you have to act. All right, you have to display your actions and let people know not to treat you a certain way. You can't just stand there and just think about it and well, I don't and wait for something to happen. All right, don't wait till you have to defend yourself and knock somebody out. You could prevent having to knock them out. All right. KO artist, you could prevent having to knock them out. Okay, you could prevent having to. Don't wait to get into a fight. All right, handle it. Let people know where you stand. Let people know the type of person you are, and then they'll back off. They'll leave you alone. And then if they don't, you just do it all over again and keep doing it till they will back off and leave you alone. All right. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. This has been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see everybody in the next video. Druuill out.